Balzer and Bray and Harper Audio present Horace and Bunwinkle, The Case of the Fishy Faire by P.J. Gardner, performed by Tara Sands. To Neil, the best support a writer could ask for, and the funniest gag writer I know. None of this would be possible without you. 1. The Green-Eyed Monster. For Horace Homer Higgins III, the Renaissance couldn't end soon enough. It was so loud, not to mention dirty and terribly dangerous. There was a man wandering around breathing fire, and another who claimed to be a sheriff, but tried to duel anyone with a sword. Which was a lot of people. Apparently, waving a sword around and flashing daggers were common in merry old England. It was a full-time job keeping his human, Eleanor, safe. And then there was the smell. Smells, really. Human sweat, animal dung, and grease from the different food stalls next to them, all mixed together into a disgusting stench. When this Renaissance Fair ended and life was back to normal, Horace was going to sleep for a week.
I wish we could live here forever.
Bunwinkle flopped down next to him.
We don't live here now. We just visit. Besides, it will be over in a few weeks.
Hopefully. Bunwinkle smacked her lips.
Well, I love it here. What are you eating now?
Horace asked with a sigh.
Nothing?
His piglet sister gulped loudly, then turned to him.
See?
She opened her mouth wide.
It was a churro, wasn't it?
Her eyes grew round.
How did you know?
He leaned over and licked the side of her face.
You're covered in cinnamon and sugar.
Dang it! I'll just have to clean off the rest myself.
She stretched out her tongue and cleared a spot on her cheek.
That's not going to do any good unless your tongue can reach behind your ears.
He brushed a clump of the sweet mixture from her neck.
Good heavens! How did you make such a mess of yourself?
My head got stuck in the treat stand.
Horace frowned.
What treat stand?
The one behind the churro cart.
He thought for a moment. There wasn't anything behind that cart except a compost bin.
Bunwinkle, that stand isn't for treats, it's for garbage.
Wonderful. Was he going to have to follow her around to keep her safe as well? But that would mean leaving Eleanor unprotected. What was a dog to do?
What are you two discussing so seriously?
The voice belonged to Dean Royal, alpaca farmer and general nuisance. He stood over them, holding a tray of drinks and smiling. His dark hair had been gelled and styled, and he was wearing new jeans. Horace could tell from the smell. Dean was the one who had arranged for the Renaissance Fair to take place in the field behind the homestead. Before that, Eleanor had been struggling to pay bills, but Dean had saved the day. Of course, Horace would have figured out how to help her eventually. Then, the human nuisance had encouraged Eleanor and her friend Clary to run an old-fashioned ice cream stand at the fair, the kind where people made their own ice cream in a bucket. Eleanor had jumped at the chance. Her attempts to make cheese out of the milk she got from the goats on the homestead had all failed, but the ice cream business was doing well. Except for the fact that Dean dropped by 5 times a day and distracted Eleanor from her responsibilities. Dean leaned down and wiped some cinnamon and sugar from Bunwinkle's head.
You've got to stay out of the compost, or Elle is going to have a fit. If you want a yummy treat, you come to me. Okay, sweet thing?
All Bunwinkle's white spots turned pink, and she giggled.
Isn't Dean the best?
No.
Horace grumbled.
Wow, jealous much?
He ignored
Sample complete. Ready to continue?